Hey, what's up, AfterBuzzers? Welcome back to another episode of Life Sentence. This is episode 11, Frisky Business. Aiden bought a snow machine for the bar. Mom and Dad signed the divorce papers. And Stella and Wes cheated on each other. Clearly, we have a lot to talk about, so stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
I can't. This song is just... They just want everything. They want everything, you guys. This episode brought me so many feelings. I can't even begin to express how upset I was towards the end of this episode, but we'll get into that. Hey guys, I'm your host, Karla Beltran, and I'm joined by my lovely...
Hey everybody, it's Monique Loveless, and I'm super, I have so many emotions going into this episode. Literally, I was canceled. I don't even know if I want to watch the next episode.
Yeah. Well, it makes sense because okay, we'll get into the talk of it later, but I totally know what you mean. I felt the same way. I was like, okay, how can this be fixed? It ended. This was the relationship that we were rooting for, and just seeing them both cheat on each other was just very, very upsetting. But we'll get to that towards the end of the show. First of all, let's start on a happy note. The bar. I want to start with the bar because I love that Aiden is just being a child and buying all these fun things.
It's so annoying.
Bar.
He's such a loser again. It's so annoying.
But
his storyline annoys me.
But he's growing out of his stage. Yeah, Dad helped him today. Well, not today, on Friday, but you know what I mean. He did help him.
How?
He
told him communication, and then when Pippa walked in the bar, there was still no communication. He was still trying to say how hot she was.
But then he took him outside, and they talked about it.
They decided. He kept saying she's so hot. No, even though she's so hot, that's so annoying. I need to be able to make real decisions with you.
Yeah.
No,
I feel like he's not growing. Yeah, he's not growing, but I wish he was growing a little bit more as a character. If I'm completely honest, I feel like Aiden for the past 11 episodes has been just this character that's dragging on, and I really wish that at least after 10 episodes we could have seen him. I thought we were seeing him grow. We did see him grow a little bit as far as with the girls. But then this episode, he retrograded back to, let me just put my flirting face on, get the girls to the bar,
right?
Use my powers of whatever his power may be of seduction. That he almost seduced his mom, that's also very awkward and weird to even have put that there. So I normally don't agree with you about Aiden.
I know.
Because I've really been enjoying Aiden because he's Aiden's a chill character. But in this episode, I think since it was episode 11, I really wish that they would have done something differently.
Right. To
where we would have seen okay, this character is growing as a character.
Exactly. I definitely agree with that. You're spot on. I don't see him. I think it's annoying to me because I'm not seeing him grow as a character. Mm-hmm. And at one point I had hope for him, and I was like, yes, but now it's just kind of he reverted back to the same him, and it's not funny anymore.
Yeah.
It was funny in maybe the first beginning, and it was cute little Aiden or whatever, but once all of that talk came out and you bought this bar, I think that there should have been growth with his character.
There should have been growth with his character, especially for the bar, because it's a bar.
Yeah. Even if it was to the point where the sit down with his dad kind of just made him grow a little bit, but even their conversation was still Wes making the decision, and he was just no, how hot she is, and that was just kind of annoying because it's you're dealing with, you spend all the money, now he has to find an investor. That's not cool. That's not even a cool situation at all
to even be in. Yeah,
right. And so I don't, his character needs growth.
It does. And I really hope that we'll get to see some growth. Probably before the season finale, I'm hoping, just so that we get at least some sort of satisfaction as soon as the show ends, that like, okay, we could hopefully think on that he's going to grow as a character if the storyline would have continued.
Right. Hopefully we get like a sum up instead of just like a cut off.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
What do you think about Diego wanting to be part of the bar and the partnership?
I thought that was hilarious because they weren't paying him any attention, and then he got frustrated about it, which was weird to me because when they actually offered it to him, he was like, "No, I have kids, I have this, I have that," and I was just like, I understood it was just like he wanted to be a part of the boy crew, and I thought that was cute.
He didn't necessarily want to be a part. Yeah, and I think that he could still be a part of it. He just doesn't need to necessarily be a partner with them.
He could definitely help out and have a part in, things that they're doing or little areas that they may need him in. But yeah, that was, I just felt like he really wanted to be a part of it. And I thought that was really cute. I was like, oh, he really wanted to be a part.
I know. Especially because he knew a lot about like that whole record machine and stuff. Would you have gotten a record machine for your...
No, I don't know. Not if it costs $10,000. Like, absolutely not.
But it has really great music and really great tunes.
You have to be cost efficient because even like Wes said, you don't want to open up and then close down immediately after you're open. You have to be cost efficient when you're opening up a business.
Yeah.
And certain things you have to figure out. How can I, they always say the rich person thinks like, how can I have both without really with, how do you describe it? So how do I have both and actually in my budget? So I just feel like him going out and buying whatever just because he felt like it was just so childish to me.
It really was.
Yeah, irresponsible and childish for you to be having a business.
But hey, now they have a really good record player.
Well, what's a record player if you don't have any people to come in to play the records?
That's good. That's really good.
Right.
Well, it's a good thing that we live in a new era and we don't really use record players. We use iTunes and
yes, we do.
Spotify and all of the good music apps. But if you are watching us through YouTube, we are also on iTunes. So if you're listening to us on iTunes already, we're also on YouTube, vice versa. But if you're on iTunes, definitely give us a 5-star review because the 4-star button is probably broken and I'm pretty sure you can't push that one. So if you guys are rating us, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Podcasts are great. They're really good to listen to while you're driving and all of that. And iTunes just does a great job at letting you
rate
that.
Us.
Yeah.
At 5 stars. Because that's what we are. 5 stars.
Exactly. I had another thing. Okay, what you think about the band? I can't speak because I'm trying to say bar opening and bone drive at the same time. What do you think about the bar opening bone drive thing that they did together?
It was weird, but I can see how they could connect because
and in the long run it worked.
People.
Yeah.
Well, we know why it worked in the long run, but
it worked.
It was a weird choice. It was a weird choice.
Mm-hmm. But it was really great how she was able to pull it off, and that it really showed that she wanted.
Was it great how she pulled it off? Or did somebody pull it off for her and that's what made it great and then it turned into something else?
That is true. We'll get to that shortly. But I think it was a great idea because that way, the reason why I thought it was a great idea in the beginning was because the bar opening was a big part of Wes and the bone drive was a big part of Stella. So when I saw this, I was like, wow, this is a great way of them supporting each other to come together and be like, well, I'll help you with your bone drive if you help me with my bar opening, since they didn't have any money for marketing.
Right.
So they were both able to help each other out, which I thought was a great way to even
It is, because at the end of the day, a relationship is always a partnership.
Yeah.
So if you come together as partners, that's why a lot of people in the industry, like, their husbands are their managers or whatnot. So if you have that partnership, it's really good to be able to support each other, not only in your personal lives, but also in your business lives or your career lives, which is great.
I think so, too. I thought it was great.
But nobody was interested until
Dr.
a sob story came with it.
It wasn't a sob story.
It was a sad story to get people to donate.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. But it was a real story, so
yeah, but it was like a sob story. You could get up there and tell about a wild night and how you had,
Yeah.
So
definitely.
It was a sob story.
You know what's another sob story? Mom and Dad signing divorce papers.
Yes. That was weird to me. I feel like he made a great point when he told her, well, you're the one who broke up with me. Like,
it's true. It's true.
Even though that is a, like, oh, wow, it's official. But that whole thing was weird because when she decided to go back to school, he decided to put her first and not put his girlfriend first. So I wonder how that's going to work out.
That was actually on the board that I have right there. I wrote love ? Do they still love each other?
I think they have love for each other.
Okay, that's fair.
Yes.
That's really fair.
If you spend your life with somebody and you go through tragic times, I think you always have love for that person because you've seen the ups and downs. You know what you guys have been through. You know each other's, like, daily life type thing. But are they in love? I don't think so. I think he does really like his new girlfriend.
I think so too.
I think that she really enjoys being a bisexual person.
I think so.
Yeah.
I had a question. Why was the girlfriend not at the bar opening?
I said that too. Okay. Why was she not there? I had that same question.
The actress could have totally been filming something else, so I get it. But I would have really wished for her to be there and to be a part of this big moment of his kid and, like, his family, entire life. His whole family, because it was like his son. Because I keep forgetting that it's also, like, Aiden's bar. I keep thinking, like, oh, it's Wes because Wes did all the work. But really it was a big night for his son and his daughter that was doing, like, this bone drive. So I was really surprised to not have seen her there. Maybe she didn't get the memo. Me too. I doubt she didn't get the memo, but I was shocked that she wasn't there. And like you said, maybe she just couldn't film that day. Yeah. Or whatever may happen technically. Maybe we'll find out next episode. Hopefully so. I hope so. That would be a nice little bow. Tie it all together. Yeah, tie it all together. Nice little bow. Well, Mom's going to go to college and Dad's helping her. I think that's really sweet. I don't know how I feel about that because then she doesn't have to sign the divorce papers. But she already signed the papers. But he's not going to turn them in. No, but not for some time until she's going through college. And if the girlfriend is understanding, she would say, okay, like, I get it, you know? It's not like they're going to get married tomorrow either. That's true. You know? I can kind of agree. I'm not all the way sold on that yet. So I'll keep that one right there until hopefully he talks to the girlfriend about it and then I see her reaction. That's why I was hoping that the girlfriend would be there and so they would all be together. Or I would have preferred the storyline that I make up in my head would have totally been that the girlfriend would have been there when Diego was telling him, like, hey, you know, she wants to go back to college. And that she would have been part of the decision of, like, hey, you know what? Like, it's okay that you want to help her if you want to help her. Would you do that? Like, would you be okay? I would be okay. If your boyfriend that you really liked and y'all are talking about really getting serious is still married. But I know that his ex is bisexual, then yes.
But that's bisexual. That means she likes men and women. That doesn't mean she just likes women.
But she tried to get at me.
That makes it even worse.
That does make it worse. But I don't know. I feel like I probably would be understanding.
You would be okay? Like,
I would be understanding just because, like, they were married for 30 years. And if he would have explained to me everything that she went through while she was, like, with him, I would have been like, okay, well, maybe this is your time to give her something back, you know?
But this is mom. Is she really going to stay in school?
Well, that's the thing. That's where you think about it in the long run, but at least you give her a chance. You can't tell her no without giving her a chance. Well, at least that's just to me.
She has Aiden, like, traits. Aiden has her traits.
Aiden does have her traits.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Aiden has a combination of both of his parents, but really a lot of hers.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I saw it in this episode now that you mention it.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. Well, guys, we have finally arrived to the moment we both did not want to arrive to.
Well, Pippa showed up to give.
Look,
before the bar opening.
These names, Dr. Grant and Pippa, they should not be named. Like, at all. Like, we should not be speaking their names on this episode.
Well, Dr. Grant, I don't think is cute, but Pippa is gorgeous. I think she's very
I think
pretty.
Dr. Grant is really good looking,
No.
and I think Pippa is also really good looking, but
I think Wes looks way better than Dr. Grant.
okay, yeah, well, of course, Wes looks really good.
There would be no way in hell that I would want to cheat on Wes with Dr. Grant. Like, Dr. Grant looks like an old man.
Because he is an old man. Well, no, he's not like an old man, but, you know, like, he's a doctor, and Wes, like, I'm pretty sure that on the show, he's much older than Stella.
But Pippa is gorgeous.
Yeah, Pippa's gorgeous, and Pippa's, like, around their age. This is not making the situation any better, but the moment we've all been wanting to not arrive to is the fact that Dr. Grant has a family crisis, and Pippa, oh no, not Pippa, Wes has financial crisis that Pippa offers to help.
Mm-hmm.
Why would they all accept to help and to help?
Well, let's talk about the therapy. It was so funny because even the therapist at the end was like, yeah, they're not in therapy. Every time they have a good session, they quit.
Yeah.
Which I thought was hilarious. He's a good humor touch. He's a good additive to the humor.
He is.
Because he's so, like, collected, but then he makes these little jabs at them.
Yeah.
Like, you guys don't listen. Especially you, Stella.
Exactly.
So, I mean, we see them try to end their therapy and do this on their own.
Clearly, it doesn't happen.
And I like the open communication when he said Pippa had called him and, you know, I think when they went and came and talked about it, like, Dr. Grant needs my help. Are you okay? How do you feel about that? And he was like, well, Pippa wants to help me out financially. How do you feel about that? Which I think is a great thing because it shows that
they both trust each other.
Well, no, it shows that Stella, like, women help out emotionally and men are big financial people.
Yeah.
So I like that, you know, part of it. But when they talk about it, clearly they have to go back to counseling.
Yeah, they do.
And when they go back to counseling, it's funny because the counselor actually tells them it's okay to have them in their lives, to accept them in their lives.
To a certain extent, though.
To a certain extent.
Which was definitely not.
So when Pippa actually showed up at the bar,
that was not the extent we were talking about.
This is what I wish. I wish that Wes would have said how much she was offering.
What? For what? It doesn't make a difference.
It does. I feel like it does.
It doesn't. The amount of money that she was offering does not make a difference if he doesn't want to be partners with his ex at all.
I disagree.
No.
Because even he said it would relieve, and she wouldn't even have to be there. She could be a silent partner.
Okay, no, she wouldn't have to be there, but would she be there?
Maybe, but she could be a silent partner.
No, not maybe. Would she be there?
Probably so.
Okay.
But not
probably
all the
so.
time.
She would be there.
But not all the time.
Not all the time, but she would at least move to the place where she's investing.
No, you don't move. Silent partners are silent. Literally. They don't say anything. They just give you money.
But
she wouldn't move.
But this is Pippa.
No, she wouldn't.
If it was an investor that didn't care about Wes emotionally like the way that she does.
No. She would not move for him.
She wouldn't move for him?
No, because she just put money in. That's an investment. That means you got to go make more money. Why would she move somewhere where she's not making money?
Well, how do you know she can't invest somewhere else where she doesn't have to be there?
No, she's a career woman at the end of the day.
No.
Like, she's not going to move for
okay, if she's a career woman, she could have done the investment over the phone and not wasted any time.
I disagree. So
she wouldn't know. I wouldn't have wasted any time. I would have been like, you know what? I can help you out. Here's the thing. If you want, let me know. While I take care of other businesses that might actually take my help instead of my ex.
I disagree.
Case closed.
Case closed. Because I totally disagree. But anyway, I wish he would have at least said how much it was. I feel like, I don't know. Anyways, he ended up saying no. And then
she ended up staying.
She did for his grand opening. I mean, why wouldn't she be able to stay for his grand opening?
Okay,
she's already there.
She was already there.
She's already there. They're about to have a
and
grand
it's okay she stayed there. It's just, it was not okay the way that she was like, hey, let's take a picture. But this is my good side. Let me get on you. Grabbing his face and stuff. That was so inappropriate.
But it's exactly like she said. She definitely said that they have known each other since they're 5 years old.
But that doesn't matter. You respect the fact that he's married.
And I feel like she was respecting that.
She was not respectful by grabbing his face and being like, oh, like you saw what I saw.
I disagree. Anyways,
no.
Rolling it back. But what about Stella? Why would you emotionally get involved with someone who is...
She wasn't getting emotionally
Oh my gosh, you're not going to take up for Stella right now. You are not.
You're taking for Pippa.
You are not going to take up for Stella right now. No,
I think it's different for Stella because Stella has gone through that same situation of her being a cancer patient.
Oh my god!
And being able to be understanding towards what her family went through.
I disagree.
It totally makes sense. It makes sense as to why she would be able to help somebody who went through the same thing that her family went through.
But you saw what the therapist said. The therapist said, he said, you're afraid of Pippa because you think that Wes has the same feelings for her as you have for Dr. Grant. So he pointed her out. So it has nothing to do. But her emotionally getting involved with Dr. Grant is something she shouldn't have done.
She's emotionally cheating on Grant.
I don't
Wes.
really find emotional cheat. I'm not a real, I don't believe in emotional cheating.
No, but you know what I mean.
But yes, I definitely understand that she shouldn't have emotionally gotten involved with him when she already knew there was something there that could take you to the next level.
Exactly.
So I don't agree with Stella. I think she should have said no. And with Wes saying no to Pippa's, financial offer, then they should have just left it at that. But it wasn't left at that.
It wasn't left at that.
She went off and had a full conversation with Dr. Grant.
Because Dr. Grant helped her in that night that she needed, that could probably help her move up where she's volunteering.
No.
Yes.
No.
This could totally help her career.
Oh, God, no. That's like saying if you sleep with somebody that can help your career.
No.
Yes.
No, because she didn't sleep with him. He did a speech that was able to get her.
Already there. There was already fireworks ready to happen.
Like when they kissed.
If Wes was not there, she would have something with Dr. Grant. So the fact that you are trying to talk to him or be nice to him or whatever, knowing that there's a problem that you guys cannot talk about because he continues to move in on you, knowing you have a husband, you should not get emotionally involved whatsoever. I don't care if you're trying to move up the right way. That's like saying, oh, I need to sleep with somebody to move up the ladder.
Yeah. I know. I get what you mean.
Not at all. So it's really Stella's fault.
I don't really understand how it's all Stella's fault because clearly Pippa was there too. But
that wouldn't have happened if Wes would not have seen them together. It wouldn't, because he wouldn't have stormed off. Pippa wouldn't have chased him. She would already have the conversation with Stella.
Because she wanted to be emotionally there for Wes.
Don't blame Pippa. This is Stella's fault.
Why are we not blaming Pippa for being
it's
there?
All Stella's fault.
No. Yes. If you see your ex struggling, out of respect, because if you still have feelings for your ex and you see him struggling with his wife, you don't go after him to be like, hey, what's up, and comfort him.
Yes, because they're not. She's not just his ex.
Okay,
they've grown up since they were 5 years old. They have family history together.
They were almost married.
So there's more history there. And yes,
but
you
still,
do.
It's not right.
If the only person I knew ran off in this bar, of course I'm gonna run after him and be like, yo, are you good? Are you okay? Like, what's going on? This is your bar opening. Aren't you supposed to be happy? He ended up kissing her because of what he saw. It was all Stella's fault. It was
Wes's fault partially too.
No, it wasn't. No.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Okay, well,
we agreed to disagree. Moving on.
I love this. Okay, so clearly you're saying that Wes kissing Pippa was Stella's fault.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we'll just leave it at that.
Because he caught them.
Okay. Well,
he caught Dr. Grant and Stella kissing.
This is true. If you guys have any comments about how you feel and who you think was at fault, please go ahead and leave us a comment. Like below, let us know.
Yes.
Because clearly we agreed to disagree. Alrighty then, it's time for a special segment, and I'm really excited for like the 2 questions that I asked. So, they're really funny.
Special segment: yay or nay? Yay or nay?
I think this is still backwards. Right?
It is. It's always
okay.
gonna be backwards because I decided I wasn't gonna. I guess we didn't get no music for our yay or nay segment. But
it's okay.
There we go.
Okay, yay or nay segment, guys.
All right, first question is Aiden really ready to make adult decisions? Yay or nay? 1, 2, 3. Nay.
Nay. Yeah, he's not ready.
He is not ready. He's absolutely not ready.
I wish I could change my mind, but I already think I spoke for myself earlier.
Right.
Should dad really not go through the divorce for mom to go to school? Okay, let's see. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Nay.
Nay. I feel like he should still go through with it.
What did I say? I said yay.
You said yes. He should. No. I mean,
should dad really not? Yeah, it's because you said like should dad really not go? Yeah. Yay. I think he shouldn't go through it. Sorry,
he shouldn't go through.
He shouldn't go through it.
I say nay. He should go through with it.
Okay.
Yes.
I was very confused by the question.
Because I feel like that makes it really official. Like you're really trying to move on.
But they have moved on. I feel like it's really nice of him to like stay. Oh wait, it's your turn. I think it's really nice for him to like stay and say, yeah.
Okay. Would you buy a snow cone machine for your bar? What? 1, 2, 3. No.
Yay!
I would never be your partner. I would never be your partner in business.
Snow cone machines are so much fun. I actually was like, I would totally use a snow cone machine at a bar.
No. Okay.
No. Fair enough. Oh, okay. I could read this question because I wrote it. Would you tell your ex if you were having problems with your spouse?
Ooh, okay. 1, 2, 3. Nay.
Nay, me too.
Yeah, because that opens up a door.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be open.
So we didn't actually get to talk about this during the show, but
how she mentioned Dr. Grant, how Pippa already knew.
Yeah, what do you think about Wes telling Pippa about Dr. Grant?
I feel like that was a no-no.
But you said that they've been best friends forever.
They have, and that's what I was about to clear up. I feel like that was a no-no, but at the same time, if that is his best friend, that's going to be the person he goes to tell those things to. Because in his mind,
no,
Wes,
because
but
he could tell Diego. He could tell Diego. He could tell.
But sometimes you don't want to involve the people that are already a part of the family members.
Yeah, but sometimes he could talk to people who already know about it, not tell his ex. It's like,
but that's also his best friend.
Yeah, but still, I feel like there's a fine line.
Let me say this. That is his best friend, but also Wes was very confident in that he married Stella for love, not that he was going to go back to Pippa at any point in time. So
this is true. I still don't think it was right, but I wouldn't, if I was married, I wouldn't tell my ex about my problems.
And last question. Of course, Karla is very emotional about this episode, as we can see. Would you divorce your spouse if you saw them kissing someone else? 1, 2, 3. Nay.
Hell yeah.
You would?
Deuces.
You would divorce?
Hell yeah.
No, I wouldn't.
Why?
Because we're married and those are the things that you have to work through. There's something bigger there that you need to work through.
Yay. Bye.
So when Wes saw them kissing, he should have immediately walked back in the bar and said, I want a divorce.
Yeah.
To Stella?
Yeah.
No.
No, I'm just kidding. I think it depends. I'm just kidding. It doesn't depend. It doesn't depend. I think the way that I see this is Stella was in a situation where Dr. Grant was the one that kissed her. It's true. Do you not think that Dr. Grant kissed her?
She kissed him back. It was a long kiss.
Okay, you're right. It was a long kiss. But let's say...
It wasn't like a kiss and then you
Let's say,
back.
for instance, it was like a peck and your husband happened to walk out when somebody else pecked you and didn't get to see you push them off or whatever. If you went and told your husband, like, yo, this guy just kissed me, I think that's completely different. Like, your husband wouldn't want to do that. Or if I was walking out and then I saw my husband be kissed by another girl and I was like, what the fuck? Like, just start walking away. But he came and he was like, yo, this girl threw herself at me. Then I'd be like, okay, like, she threw herself at you. Anyway, I would probably think about it. But in the instance of where Wes kissed Pippa out of revenge, yes.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Because Wes kissed Pippa because he was like, oh, she cheated on me. And it's like, two wrongs don't make one right.
Two wrongs don't make a right. But at the same time, you were at fault. Stella was at fault. So you basically threw... You
guys just say yay.
I'm a Scorpio, so I believe in revenge.
Oh.
So...
That's funny.
Him throwing...
I'm a Libra. I'm actually in the cusp. I'm like a Libra Scorpio.
Well, I'm a full-on Scorpio, okay? And if I did something like that and I felt like because, as far as we get into predictions, they're going to talk about it next week. I just feel as though you pushed your husband into someone else's arms anyway. When you already sat up there and had a talk with her, you pulled her to the side to say all these things, but literally... You knew the situation and then you literally pushed your husband into somebody else's arms. Like, no, there's a bigger problem there and we need to discuss it.
I guess so.
So I would say no, I would not get a divorce over this kiss. I would get a divorce if I knew we really couldn't work it out.
For me, if I was Stella, I would divorce Wes for knowing that he kissed Pippa out of revenge for seeing me being kissed
That's what's
by
wrong
Dr.
with women.
Grant.
That's what's wrong with women.
So, deuces, Wes.
Cause
peace out.
Because he should divorce you. He shouldn't even give you a chance.
Okay, then we're not gonna each other. We're not gonna give a chance.
That is not how you will never be married. That is not how marriage works. Oh my gosh.
Well, guys, let's do some predictions real quick.
So,
your AfterBuzz
super quick.
TV predictions.
Will Wes and Stella stay together?
I think that they will try to work it out. Yes.
Okay. Will Dr. Grant and Pippa stay in the picture?
I don't think so.
Dr. Grant's probably going to move and get a job somewhere else, I have a feeling.
I think that there's going to be an ultimatum in this situation.
Pippa needs to go back to San Francisco, and Dr. Grant needs to be completely out of the picture in order for this whole situation to change.
Yes.
So I hope that happens.
But they do, next week, as far as predictions, they do talk about it. She tells Wes
and Pippa
that she kissed Dr. Grant, and he tells Pippa that he kissed. Wes kissed Pippa.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I think that they will have, they will definitely have this conversation. I think that they will go to counseling.
Yeah.
Their therapist, their free therapist, which he is hilarious. And so I definitely want to see them work. I'm still rooting for them no matter what.
I'm still rooting for them too. So hopefully we'll get a nice happy ending, or something will be resolved in the next episode. But until then, you guys, where can they follow you on social media?
You can follow me everywhere at Miss Mo Loveless. That's MSMOLOVELESS. Also, make sure you follow my website, MoniqueLoveless.com, for all your styles, tips, and tricks. And every Wednesday, I'm at Total Bellas at 7 p.m. Wednesday. So make sure you get totally ready.
And hey guys, I'm your host, Karla Beltran. You can follow me on Instagram at @IamKarlaBeltran, or on Twitter at Karla Beltran with an R at the end. And of course, don't forget to follow AfterBuzz TV on all social media networks at AfterBuzz TV. We'll see you guys next week. Ciao.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.